Sometimes we might get a question, what is your system configuration? Or if you want to purchase a new computer or a laptop, the shopkeeper will ask what is the configuration you require. Or sometimes if you want to install a particular application, it will show that the system requirements. Okay, so that means what is your system configuration? So what is the system configuration and where we can find the system configuration? Hi everybody, welcome to our channel. On a computer, a system configuration defines a computer's hardware and software. That means what are the different hardware components present in that computer and what are the different softwares installed or running on that computer. System configuration simply reflects or indicates the computing capacity of a computer. So what is this computing capacity? The working capacity, or you can call the performance capacity of a computer. So what it contains, what system configuration usually contains? It usually contains information about processors, the processor frequency, RAM, that is or simply memory, operating system, and graphics. Apart from this, sometimes the system configuration also includes other information such as touch, pen, and other things as well. These are it is not an exhaustive list.
Audio Jungle.
First one, the processor. What it actually is? The processor defines the computing capacity of a computer. That means how much the computer can perform, right? So we might listen sometimes when it comes to the system configuration, we might listen the Intel processor. Okay, so Intel i3, Intel i5, Intel i7, Intel Pentium. Okay, so Intel Pentium is somewhat older processor. Now majority we have i series in the Intel. This i3, i5 and i7 are family of processors, whereas we can hear that i3 6th generation or i5 7th generation, 8th generation, i7 6th generation or 4th generation. Okay, so i3 indicates the family of the processor, whereas generation indicates it is simply like an update to a software or update to an application. Apart from this Intel, we are also having other processors such as AMD processors, okay, where we can have Ryzen family of processors as well. These two are majorly configured or majorly equipped processors in almost all the laptops or the computers. Next thing we see about the frequency. What is this frequency? Technically speaking, frequency is nothing but the number of instruction cycles that a computer can execute for every 1 second. That means, simply to put, it indicates the speed, the speed of a computer. Usually it is measured in terms of gigahertz. So most of our day-to-day usable systems will be configured with 2.4 gigahertz or sometimes 2.5 gigahertz as well. So the more the frequency, the higher the performing speed of a computer. Coming to RAM. So what is this RAM? It's simply a temporary memory to function the computer. Okay, this memory is measured in terms of gigabytes GB. So usually we can see 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, or sometimes we can have a 16 GB RAM as well. Even in our mobiles also nowadays, latest mobiles are coming up with the 8 GB RAM. Operating system. So this operating system is the primary software on which a computer works. Okay, it simply put that how a computer performs a task, or how a computer has to work, or how it has to take the input and give the output. Everything depends upon the operating system. For us in the market, we have major 3 operating systems. Okay, those are Windows, DOS operating system, and Linux operating system. Apart from Mac OS is also available, but majority of our user laptops or user computers are equipped with the Windows operating system because of the simple user interference and easy to understand manner. Now we had seen the system configuration, we understood what is a system configuration and all. Now where to get this system configuration, where we can find in our computer. To find system configuration or to find our own personal computer's system configuration, it is very simple way. Just go to the desktop, this PC, click on this PC, maximize
Audio
this,
Jungle.
okay, go to this PC and you can have the computer here. See, here I am using Windows 10 operating system. In Windows 7 operating system, that will be in a different way, where you can go to the computer and go for, from that computer you have to go for the system properties. In Windows 10, click on computer. On the computer you will get the system properties. Just click on that system properties, you will get the properties window. So where you can see your device name, that means your computer name. It can be a default computer name, or if you change this computer name by using this rename this PC option, you can change this device name as well. Next information is about processor. My computer is equipped with Intel Core i5 processor at 2.4 gigahertz, and as well it also functions with 2.5 gigahertz as well. Installed RAM is 8 GB, where 7.86 GB is usable. So that means out of total 8 GB, we can use only 7.86 GB. What about that remaining around 300 MB of storage or 300 MB of memory? It will be reserved by the OS for its basic functioning. So we cannot use that reserved RAM. So it will be somewhere around 200 MB or 300 MB. And this is the device ID, product ID. So I will make a separate video based upon this device ID and this product ID. Product ID usually generated by the company manufacturer. And what is the system type? Okay, here my system is a 64-bit operating system. So it is based on x64 processor. So to know more about this 64-bit operating systems and x64 processors, please watch our video on x86 and x64 processors provided in the description. And coming to other information, pen and touch, there is no touch input or pen input available for this display. That means for example, you are connecting an external device such as a mouse to your computer, and you can give the input to that computer using that mouse. Okay, you are clicking, you give right click and left click, that's simply an input to the computer. Like that, there will be some external devices, we usually touch pen. Okay, so if your computer is connected to the touch pen, then that touch pen details or touch pen information will be provided in this tab. Now just scroll down to Windows specifications. Okay, so this Windows specification is mentioning about this operating system. My operating system, as I already told, Windows 10 Pro, and it is a version 21H2, installed date and OS build. This is the OS build number. Right. So in this we can find out our system configuration in our computer.